What's going on, guys? How are you? How are you doing? This is Shocks, and this is ShocksCapital YouTube channel. Today, I want to show you what you can see in this picture. I want to show you the levels that are seen in the synthetic trading world. And today, we're going to focus on this new synthetics broker and their synthetics indices, which is World Trade. And we're going to do this using this chart. And what I want to show you first is what is happening on the whiteboard here. So this is my whiteboard. What I want to show you is how these things moves in weeks, in months, in things like that. So we are going to be looking at the market maker models. So there is the market maker buy model and the market maker sell model, right? So what we want to do is to explain what happens when we have levels like this, when price is giving us levels like this, where we have level 1 of rise, level 2 of rise, level 3 of rise. Then we have the copy of that as a flip on the other end. And we want to explain how you can actually count this, how you can actually understand what it means psychologically, and how you are going to be using that in your trading. So number one, how do you count that? Number one, you need to be on the H4 time frame. Why? Because the H4 time frame shows you the movement in a week. So if you see those dotted lines are called what? Are called period separators. So you have to understand that those ones show the movement in a week. So what you have to understand again is that when price falls in a week like that, we are expecting another fall and another fall in another week, right? So that we have 3 levels of drop. This is the market maker sell model. Then we have a peak formation or a reversal. Then we start again with another rise, which is supposed to last again a week, right? A week, then another week, and another week. So this is what we are trying to do. So what does it mean? It means that in a week, price is dropping, but that does not mean that every day it's a drop. It also means that if you go on the H1, you are going to see these 3 levels inside inside this level. Same applies for this one, same applies for for this one. So this helps you in actually understanding the direction for that particular week, so you can get trades and hold, right? If you get a sell in this particular week, right, you can hold for the whole week and make a lot of money, as opposed to what is going to happen in this. So let's go on the charts, and I'm going to show you something striking. So we have this one, right? So if you are looking at this chart, you can clearly see that we could have gotten this sell at this particular point and held through to this particular point right here, or even held to up to the lows of this of this cycle. So as you can see, these gray lines that you are seeing on this chart right now, so this is the rise in a week, then the consolidation week, we have another rise in another week, then we have a drop, then we have another rise in a week. So what defines a rise in a week or a fall in a week? As soon as price sets a high like this, it's going up, right? When you see another week taking that out, it means that we have another rise in that particular week, and you wait for that particular week to set another high, and this other high is actually at this particular point. And when that is taken out, it signifies that we have another rise in that week. So we are waiting for three highs, right, or 3 rises in that particular week. That is the market maker buy model, right? So remember, these are indices, and they are offered by a broker called World Trade. If you want to join these ones, and if you want to trade with me, the links are in the description down below. Register your account, fund your account, and get in touch with me. I will add you to a WhatsApp group where we trade as a community. So let's just go. After the 3rd rise, as you can see, or after the 3rd week of rise, you are going to see that we are having what you call a head and shoulders pattern at this particular point, where price is just showing you that it is ready to go the other direction. Then we have 1 week of rise, right? So we haven't taken out this low. As you can see, we haven't taken out this low yet, right? As you can see, this is just a week. We haven't taken out this low. So what are we waiting for? We are waiting for another drop in this particular week that we are in, because this is a week of consolidation. So we are expecting price to drop to this particular point, right, in this coming week. And what do we want to see? We want to see price retesting these order blocks in this area. So if you go now to the H1, you clearly see, or you see the clear picture of what is happening. So price is actually moving up to around this area of this particular order block is marked here. So when price gets to this particular point, right, we are expecting price to start dropping. But where is it gonna go? We are expecting it to be following the profile that was set on this particular move. So we are expecting a very large move that actually gets to these lows if possible. So we are actually looking forward to this as our long-term target, to see if price can get to this particular low, if we are to get anything. So how do you actually enter this trade? So this is another question that I get. So I'm going to show you on this one how we were actually going to get this sell if we were to get it on this particular one. I'm going to show you this on the M5, right? How we were actually going to get this. So we go to the M15 first on that particular note. So remember, right now I'm showing entries on this particular one, on this particular chart. So this is how you enter a sell after you identify a move using these things I'm talking about, which are levels. So we are going to be using levels to get a trade. So this is the M15. This is how it looks. We want to get a trade in this area. So how do we do it? Let's go to the M5, which is more clear. So this is the M5 now. So the M5 is showing us how price was moving. So we want when price got to this level, right? So we want when price got to this level, how? So we are going to be using our simple entry strategy, drawing our trend lines as price goes up, right? So this is a move that price was giving us as price was going up. So we can join these two, right, as our points in this trend line strategy, right? You join these two. What are we waiting for here? After we draw a trend line like that, which is a channel, when the trend line is broken, as you can see, a trend line taken out by this, so we can draw another one. I know you are seeing more trend lines here, but let's just draw them. So we have this one that connects this low and this low and goes up again at that particular point. But you want the most steep one, because this is an entry and this is not H4. So you want this steeper one, so that when price breaks this particular zone, you wait for a retest of a low or a high in this particular zone, which is around this area, right? And the stop loss goes above above the structure. So this is the structure. So even if you use another trend line, let's say for example you are going to be using this, right? And when price breaks this trend line at this particular zone, you enter as soon as price gets here. Your stop loss is going above. So it's better for a stop loss to go above when you have entered closer to it, right? So this was going to be your entry, and you were going to see price dropping like that as you were going to see that. So this is how you're going to do it, and this is how you're going to get an entry. Let's go and look at another example where we are having this. So this is the first week of rise, where we are seeing this double bottom here, which is the peak formation or the beginning of everything. Then we have another week of rise, which is this one. Why? Because it took out this. And after that week of rise, what do we have? We have another one at this particular zone. So we have three levels of rise as price was going up: number 1, number 2, number 3, and the extra one, which formed a double top here. And what are we waiting for? We are waiting for a drop first that breaks this particular low, and we can start counting. So we have the first drop, or the first week of drop, which sets the sentiment on this particular one. And after that, what do we have? We have another week of another week of drop, and another week of drop. What are we waiting for? Remember, the cycle on your left, which is this one, the first levels, are what determines what you are going to be getting the following week. So here I'm actually expecting this week to be a week of a week of drop. And remember, these indices are 24/7 indices, right? They don't go on weekend. So this is actually moving, this is actually price moving. And what am I waiting for? I'm actually waiting for price to give me a reason to enter. So I'll go on the H1 and try to see if price can get back to these levels. If not, I'm just going to go on the M5 and try to find my trend lines that are going to be taken out. As you can see in this area where I just drew a trend line, break and retest, then we are off. And if it was yesterday, I was going to use this trend line here, where price just takes out this and retraces and goes away. So this is what I'm going to be doing, and going to be looking for in the next day. So on the next day, I'm just going to be looking for a move up and drop, that takes out my trend line. And if you are looking at another one, so this is another one. We have what? We have a week of rise, another week of rise here, and another week of rise. Then after that, what do we have? We have price pumping through that, and here I'm actually expecting another week of what? Week of drop. Why? Because we have precedent. We have a week of drop here, another week of drop, and I'm expecting another week of drop. So how do I enter? I go on the M15 at the time that I usually trade, and the time that I usually trade, I know it. I'll show you this in another video. If you want that, just let me know in the comment section. I will drop that video. So what do? We have a what? A trend line break at this particular point. And this trend line break, what are you seeing? You can clearly see that on this particular trend line break here, price breaks, right, and retraces back to the what? To the low. So when price breaks, where is the next low that price is coming to? This is the low, and this is the retest. And look at what price did, and we'll be getting our trades as we go. So this is what is currently happening here. Tomorrow or the day after, so I don't know when you are seeing this video, but the day after this day of recording, you can look for the dates down below, right? These ones. So I'm going to see what is going to be happening this particular day. I would want to see a move like this that drops and what, and gives me a reason to enter. And look at this. This is very beautiful what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a week of drop, right? Another week of drop here, and price changes directions, right? So what am I waiting for here? If I see a week of rise like this one, I'm expecting another week of rise, because if last week was rising, I expect the other week to be what? A week of rise. So this, I'm expecting a buy. So how do I take advantage of this? I'm going to the lower time frame, and what am I looking forward to see on the lower time frame? Right, what you are seeing here, and this is what I'm seeing, and break, and we are off. So this is what I'm waiting for. I can be looking for these little structures all day long, and looking for them and trading them. And remember, if you want to trade with me, just get your account using the link in the description down below. Fund that account, and I'll add you to the community that we are trading this using these strategies. I'm Shocks, and I hope this was helpful. If you need more information on this, reach out in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to help you on another video and do this on a weekly basis. So this is what I'm looking for. I will see you in the next video. Shocks out.